Yeah. Full display. Yeah, man. What are you, bruh? What are you doing? You a whole dog out here? What you doing? I got a video, and I just want you to know that. Oh yeah, bruh. Yeah, full screen. Yeah, it's too late. Don't cover it up. That's fine. You already did it.
I don't know who's gonna kiss you when I'm gone, so I'm gonna love you now. Like it's all I have. I know it'll kill me when it's over. I don't wanna think about it. I want you to love me now. I don't know who's gonna kiss you when I'm gone.
Yeah, baby.
Y'all better enjoy this. It's gonna be the last black red in the clear water.
Hey, D-Lo did it.
It's gonna be the last.
I don't know. If I do.
It's good. And until them girls prove it, I'm the one that never get confused with this baby. You my everything. You all I ever.
What'd you put on, like a radio?
I downloaded that
Just with my mix, I got Drake pretty clean on some of his singing songs. I'm playing all Drake singing. Oh yeah.
I'm done with Drake singing.
Gotta do with that.
I'm done.
That's all I play. I'm done.
She won't believe me, and it's so sad to think that she don't see what I see. But every time she asks me, do I look okay? I say, when I see your face, there's not a thing that her lips, I could kiss them all day if she'd let me. Her laugh, she hates, but I think it's so sexy. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day.
Oh, I gotta get a picture. Oh, there, Corey, you like You've been out here a while.
Zach, come on now, pal. Come on now, baby. That's my bad, y'all. I'm sorry. Split it.
How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? Watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. Every day waiting for you, darling. Don't be afraid. I
You may be seated. On behalf of Charles and Amber, I want to thank everyone for being here today. Those that have been here a while, thank you for your patience. And we've had a interesting afternoon together. Dad and I have bonded. And now is his next son. So we appreciate that you all have made the sacrifices that you've made to be here. And thank you on behalf of Charles and Amber. I just want to ask you and our audience, if they were to ever need anything from you, will you be there for them?
Yeah.
Thank you. That includes money and housing. You guys know that. Okay. Changing their minds now. Thank you. We are happy to be here, and it's truly my privilege to be able to be with you tonight. And the moments that we had to share on the phone and get to know you guys as well, that's just so important to me. I like to know you and be able to then bring some personality then to, that's perfect, to this ceremony. It's only appropriate that I ask at this time, who gives this woman to be married to this man?
I do. I do my wife.
Yeah. And you. Great hugs and kisses.
Mwah.
Thank you, Arlen.
Love you, boy.
Hey.
Thank you, Arnold. You may be seated. You want to take the flowers. Tonight, as we begin, I know that we would like to reflect upon those that can't be here can't be with us tonight. I know that there are some who have passed on. We want to remember the parents. Charles, his mother and father are not here, but they are with us in spirit. And there's a lovely picture on the front chair there. Looks like they're not just smiling down from above, but right there looking at us and joining us. And it's great that we're able to do that. And Amber's grandfather also, then Arnold Sr. also, we want to remember him as well. I'd like to begin tonight with asking God's blessing upon this ceremony. Would you please then bow with me in prayer? Shown the way to Charles and Amber that you have let them meet, let them know that this is the right person, the right time, the right everything, and that they are going to be so in love and that you are going to be with them every step of the way. I ask that you help them to remember that you are just at an arm's reach away that they can look at and know that you are going to be that third part to a three-part strand that is so important. It's not just the two of them. We thank you for these guests. We thank you for family. We thank you for all the friends that are here that have been a part of shaping their lives. And we'll ask that you will help them to know their part and be their future as well. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So the Apostle Paul wrote in the Bible that marriage is a mystery. And indeed, marriage can be a mystery. There'll be days when you'll wake up and you'll say, how did we get here? And there'll be days when you wake up and you'll say, where do we go next? But I hope most days you wake up and you think and say, how did I get so lucky? Those first two questions, I'm not going to be able to solve those for you. That's going to be your mystery. That's going to be your puzzle. And unlike any other puzzle, this is a puzzle that actually continues to expand. So unlike putting together a puzzle where you do the outside edge first, you're actually starting in the middle. And each piece that you add as you solve those questions and solve your own mystery is added to the outside, and it's ever expanding and ever growing. And I'm not going to begin to tell you again how you're going to be able to solve those mysteries, but hopefully we'll give you some possibilities and some solutions that will be able to guide you in knowing how you do that. You've probably been to a few weddings where a scripture verse was read out of 1 Corinthians chapter 13. It's very popular and it's kind of pretty and kind of poetic. But I want to urge you not to listen to it as poetry and just beautiful scripture. I want you to actually think about this scripture tonight as something that's very, very practical. because what Paul has actually written makes for a great checklist. Paul wrote a series of things, what love is and what love isn't. Okay. And then at the end there, the perseverance, the trusting, the hoping, love never fails. Those are the things that you want to always think about having in your marriage. And I'm going to urge you, if you get a chance, print this out sometime. But before you print it, actually slice it up a little bit, put all the love is stuff on one side of a piece of paper and all the love isn't on the other side. So you can focus on the love is side. Maybe put it up at your office at work, put it up on your refrigerator at home. And when you see that love isn't stuff, it will creep in. Gently, gently remind each other. A little nudge here and there. We need to keep that out of the marriage. Promise me that? So tonight we're about to make some other promises. If you would, these words please ring. If they are ringing true for you, will you please then repeat after me? I, Charles, take you, Amber, to be my wife.
I, Charles, take Amber to be my wife.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse.
For richer or poor.
For richer or for poor.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
As long as we both shall live.
As long as we both shall live.
Amber, also, if you would please, if these words then are also true from your heart, will you please repeat them after me? I, Amber, take you, Charles.
I, Amber, take you, Charles.
To be my husband.
To be my husband.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse.
As long as we both shall live.
For as long as we both shall live.
So I've had the privilege of holding your rings in my pocket. They're a little warm. Not sweaty, warm. But when Charles wasn't looking, I actually pulled them back out of my pocket because I wanted to look at them and get a sense of who the two of you are, because these might give me a little story, a backstory of maybe your relationship. And I just have to wonder, how many stores did you go to? How many rings did you try on? How many times did you call him over to the computer and say, hey, come look at this one? Until ultimately you guys found the right ones. You found those that were just perfect for you. And your rings may or may not contain some of what you studied about back in high school. You remember the precious metals? Remember chemistry? There was that chart you had to memorize. Gross. Somebody's an engineer here, I think. So yes. So you remember the precious metals. Those were the gold and the silver and the platinum. And they were called precious, probably because they're expensive. But you know what makes your rings precious? It's not what they're made out of or how much they cost. What makes your rings precious is you're wearing them. You're telling the world each and every day that today, July the 1st, you've chosen to give yourself fully to someone else. You've chosen to belong to someone and with someone, and that you would do it again tomorrow and the day after that. And looking down on your left hand each and every day, you're reminded of that. That you tell yourself, man, that was the best decision I ever made. So Charles, I'm going to ask if you'll place this ring upon her left hand and then repeat after me.
Ooh-wee.
Through this ring,
This ring.
I take you as my wife,
As my wife.
now and for all time.
Now for all time.
Amber, can you place this ring upon Charles' left hand and also repeat after me? Through this ring,
Through this ring,
I take you as my husband,
I take you as my husband.
now and for all time.
Now and for all time.
Well, I ask if the two of you would come join me at this table over here. You want to walk your ladies here? I want to find them. You have a color preference. Zach, you want to come join us too? Zach, come on up as well. Hi, guys. This is our unity ceremony. And as you see, we have a couple of distinctive colors because unity does not actually mean that you have to become exactly alike. You wouldn't want that. You need to, and I'm going to strongly encourage you to hold on to your own uniqueness, your own personality, your own characteristics. You guys as well. Everybody that's here at this table has something special to offer to this family. And you all need to be free to be yourself. But unity means that you guys are all looking at their future, deciding where you go, and then deciding as a family. We want to do this, we want to go here, and then every day sit down and say, well, we made it another day. Shall we keep going? Shall we try it again tomorrow? And that answer is yes. That's when you know you have unity. So this represents your past, your present, and your future. You have a color preference? Man. All right, bless you, sir. Everybody's going to get their chance to pour. We want to make sure it doesn't blow into her eyes. You guys can pour it together at the same time, however you want to do it.
Well, that's kind of how marriage is right there.
There we go. Yep, got it in her eyes. I'm afraid of that.
Yep, that's marriage.
So what you have created, of course, is a one-of-a-kind and a special. You see, you've made some really neat layers here.
Right.
These layers truly represent you as a family because you're all going to be blended together. You're all going to be taking turns. There's times when you're going to take turns doing the hard chores. There's times when you're going to be taking turns being the leader, being the rock, being that foundation, being that strength. Someday you're going to say, I know what to do. Follow me. And they're all going to follow you, believe it or not. So everybody gets to take turns. And recognize that you're no longer alone in here. You're touching someone else on both sides of your color. And as you make decisions, as you make choices, recognize that you have that respect for those that are around you. You're going to do what is best for you as a family. Really one question for the two of you, and that is, could you take your sand and your sand alone and put it back into its own container?
No.
Of course not. Even with your engineering degree. No. Well, let nothing or no one try to separate the two of you. So if you want to do that, then you've got the rest of your life. I want to go back and join your guests, please. Thanks, guys. You guys can sit down with Grandma again. As tonight you have shared in some special words. These were words spoken from your heart, but more so it wasn't what I was hearing. It's the words that are coming loud and clear through the way that you have looked at one another, through the way that you've held one another, the little caresses with the fingers, the occasional death grip. Somebody was saying, I am 100% committed here, and symbolizing that completely. That's wonderful. But as without further ado, by the power vested in me by the state of Florida, I now pronounce you as husband and wife, and you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Amber and Charles.
This is the best place to find the lovers, so the bar is where I go. Me and my friends at the table doing shots, drinking fast and then we talk slow.
Oh man.
And then we start to dance, and now I'm singing like, girl, you know.
Yeah.
Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my you talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Coming now, follow my lead. Coming now, follow my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. Last night you were in my room. And now my bedsheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Well, I'm in love with your body.
Move way back when you were dating. All right, who said I love you first? Oh, wow. All right, now tell us.
God dang, boy.
Who is better in the kitchen? Who's better in the kitchen? All right, now. All right, next question. Tell us whose family would be more apt to end up on an episode of Jerry Springer? All right, now tell us who was the first to mention the M word, marriage? Who's the first one to mention marriage? Okay, who's a better kisser? Who's a better kisser? Charles nominated himself immediately. All right, who's a better dancer, Charles? Okay, now, who steals the blankets more often in the bedroom? You get picked once, Charles. Okay, tell us, in 20 years, who will be skinnier? In 20 years from right now, who will be skinnier? All right, who spends more time in front of the mirror getting pretty?
I don't know, CJ. I don't know, CJ.
All right, who wins the battle of the snoring in the bedroom? All right, now that you are married, this is a big one. Who's going to be the one that says, not tonight, dear, more often? Not tonight, dear. All right, tell us, last few questions here. Who was the first to ever pass gas in front of the other? Who passed gas?
God dang. Funky booty behind.
Okay, tell us, last two questions. Who is going to wear the pants in the family? Who's going to wear the pants in the family? All right, last question. Who is going to fall asleep first tonight? We're going to fall asleep together. Let's give them a round of applause, everyone. Charles and Amber.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Like, I like that. That's pretty good.
Oh my goodness.
No. We gotta do one for Joey, dog. We gotta do one for Joey. I'm ready.
Mary Allen on them, man, straight muscle on them.
We gotta do that one for Joey, dog.
Smoking with
Hey, tell my big dog I love him.
Oh my God. Hey, that's funny. They all fell in with the same move, though. is crazy. Oh my goodness.
I know. He got to play it. Don't know my struggle by Boosie.
You gotta go tell him, dog.
You gotta go tell him. He gotta look it up.
Yeah, you gotta write it down and look it up.
I don't know. He ain't got. Hey, look at him.
He got nothing to do.
Go tell him.
You got my cell phone here. I got nothing to do.
Hey, sir.
Hey, yo, shoot, I can plug in my phone. We get ratchet real fast. If I plug in my phone, we get ratchet real fast. Right, that's every time.
I just want to let you know, CJ, you'll never get a room back over here again. That's it. It's over with. That's it.
They gonna put you. What is a pill, man?
Amber.
You are the one that I have been longing for. I'll be real with you, just be real with me, and I will love you eternally. Meet me halfway down. We can do this thing for the longest. I'll be loving on you for the longest. You'll be loving on me for the longest. Just meet me halfway, and I'll be here to meet me halfway down. You can do this thing for the longest. I'll be loving on you for the longest. You'll be loving on me for the longest. Just meet me halfway, I'll be here to stay. It's a two-way street to make this thing work, but I know we gon' have our problems, but we gon' work together to solve them.
Really?
I just want you to know I'ma take you for your flaws, even though you're perfect. I'll answer your calls every time you worry, even when you're down. I will be the reason that you smile again. You smile again. Everybody, the whole party. Wait. Back up, you know, the whole party. This is how we do it. This is how we do it.
You don't know it? Oh, wait. Oh, man. I was there with you. Here we go. He ain't got no rhythm. Bam. Okay. You gotta do the rest of it. You gotta do the rest of it. You forgot the whole thing. You forgot the whole thing. Dang, you gotta do the whole thing. You don't know what you're doing. sit on the
We
floor.
ain't had this shit together.